Alright guys, so this is going to be quick, mainly because I'm not really happy. Today is my check-in day. It is February 8th. It is 5:51 a.m. 5:45. My clock in the studio, in the gym is a bit fast. Just letting y'all know. All right, so very quickly, I weighed in. I'm weighed in at 274, which is actually up from last week when I was 271.6. So we're talking about an increase in 2.4 pounds. That's pretty much it. I am feeling like a loser at this point. So the main thing is just focusing on getting under 270. Like that's my primary goal this week. I want to get in and weigh in at 268 or 269 point something this week. So that's the only goal. I ain't got nothing else to say. The lowest I've been, this is now start of week 9. So for the last 2 months plus, I have literally done nothing, which is sad. So yeah, that's really what the goal is. This is the most that I've actually weighed. And I haven't been able to get it together, but excuses are the tools of the weak and incompetent. And I am not weak, nor am I incompetent. And so focus right now is on doing everything that I can over the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So anyway, this is obviously going to get extended, but because I said I'd extend another 2 weeks into the end of March. But yeah, that's it. I am not happy, and this is the last time I'm going to weigh in at over 270. So now it's, okay, whatever it takes. All right, anyway, peace. All right, guys. I just finished cardio, did 30 minutes. Really solid session. Feels good. And so, while I was doing cardio, I kind of had the thought that I'm going to carry you guys along to see exactly how I get out of this slump that I'm in with my fitness goals, and really to kind of share with you guys my I guess method in real time, the things that I'm doing this week, the challenges that I'm overcoming, the wins that I'm going to have, how I'm going to navigate, like literally carrying you guys along the way. So one of the first things is shaping your environment. Now, this here, now I'm trying to put my wife on blast, but this here, I'm going to hide this from myself. When I say hide it from myself, one of the things that I know about myself is that I'm a very visual person. So basically out of sight, out of mind, but also in sight, in mouth. And so if I see it, I can want to eat it, and I'm less likely to want to eat it if I don't see it, which is why typically we don't keep crap in the house. But when we do have crap in the house, it kind of goes quick. And so that's one of the things that, I'm going to focus on, just not giving myself the out.
I ate some things I should not have ate. I ate some Teddy cookies that I don't see on the table, so I don't know if someone else ate them.
I throw them in the garbage. So you don't need that kind of.
You throw my cookies in the garbage?
Yes.
Let me see.
Let you see what? You want me to go dig up in
Yeah.
there? I throw them outside because they were still in the bag.
Yeah, you can eat my cookies.
And eat your
Where are my
stinking
cookies
cookies.
then?
I throw them in the garbage.
Why would you throw my
Because we
stuff
don't
away?
need that. I got to throw the icing in the garbage too.
Why did you throw my stuff away?
Because we don't need them in this house.
Did you throw my stuff away?
Yeah.
You can go buy my stuff back. Ooh. You threw my cookies away?
They're in the cupboard.
Wasn't that much of it, but
What you mean? Yeah, anyway.
a lot of that.
Enough to not be productive. Today is a push day for me. So that's what I'm gonna be doing, pushing. All right, guys, so this is the current state of my office. It is really, for all intents and purposes, a mess. And so, look at this. And so the plan is that I am going to organize this space first. So it's about 9 o'clock now. I am and have every intention of completing this exercise. This exercise being packing up all of my stuff at the studio, and then bringing it here, organizing it, and then heading to my barber appointment. And so, plan is that I'm going to do all of that before 12 o'clock, because that's what time my barber appointment is. It's at 12. All right, so I am here at the studio. I'm going to pack up the bus with the stuff for my office, carry them back, and reclaim some space in the studio. And then I am going to get some work done in my space. So it's crazy because I remember when I bought this bus, this was like literally the biggest purchase of Lifestyles at the time. Okay, so that actually wasn't as bad as I thought. So the plan is I'm gonna dash home, drop this stuff off, then bring the bus back, turn off, then bring the bus back to drive the bus back so I can pick up my car and then lock everything up. So as you can see, everything fit neatly in here. All right, guys, so I decided that I was going to walk to the barber. Hopefully I get there in time. I'm supposed to be there in 15 minutes. Part of me feel like I need to run. But I am going to do a brisk walk there. So you'll see how long it takes me to actually get there. I'm glad I put on my jacket. It isn't like freezing cold, but it is a little kind of chilly. So, but yeah.
Why? Rico. I start juicing.
Juicing?
Yeah, juicing. Drink.
Clear it up, brother.
Clear
it up, brother.
I was gonna ask you who. All right, guys. So I just finished my haircut. So now I can take my time, just cruise home. All right, guys. So it is currently 2:35, 6, 7, somewhere around there. And I ain't gonna lie, I starving, buddy. So I'm actually prepping my next meal now. I have some potatoes in the air fryer. This air fryer is gonna be bad. Like literally, we use this multiple times a day. But I am going to eat potatoes and chicken, chicken and fries, aka. And then I'm gonna train, and then do some more worky work, and then just chill. I'm happy because we set up, me and Nicole tag team the social media for the quads, and so she set up the Instagram and the Gmail, but we kind of got bumped out of the Gmail for some reason. But anyway, we can figure that out. But she set up the Instagram, I set up the Facebook, TikTok, and I have it now on Metricool, which is the platform that I use for work to manage all of our in-house social media accounts. And so we have lifestyles, we have 5 accounts on it. So my personal brand, EQ, we have lifestyles, we have the Real EQ podcast, we have Bahamas Island Luxury, and now the Quants. And what that does is it allows us to really manage all of the social media accounts, all being primarily TikTok. I think we got Pinterest. We could do a Pinterest too. There's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, so regular YouTube Shorts, and LinkedIn and Facebook. Anyway, pretty much all the social media platforms we can manage from that one application. And so that's pretty much what Lauren does. She handles my social media using that. All right, guys, so I made it on the streets, and my plan kind of did not work as far as my YouTube. So pretty much gotta keep myself occupied for the next little bit. All right, so we are still on the move. It's been about 27 minutes now. I'm still walking away from my house. And so part of me wants to continue walking. And then a part of me wants to stop right there at Scotiabank. But in the event I'm crossed, I think I'm going to walk for the next 28 minutes. Not for the next 28 minutes. I'll walk up to 30 minutes, and then I'll turn around from there. All right, y'all. Now, I did everything I was supposed to do today. I did everything I set out to do today. Now this is the moment of truth, so to speak. All right, so I feel like I can be coming in at 272. It was 274 this morning, just with all of the work that I've been doing. But I don't know. Let's see. All right, not 272, but I ain't mad at that. All right, guys. Morning. Today is February 9th, Monday. It is currently 4:09 a.m. As you would have seen, I just weighed in. I did some work yesterday, and I'm weighing in at 271.4. All right, I don't know if you can see that. 271.4, which is cool. So that's a 2.6 weight loss, 2.6 pound weight loss from yesterday, which is good, but we ain't done yet. All right, guys, Just finished breakfast, had my egg and potatoes, and so now I'm about to train. Today is pull day, and so that's pretty much some back and thing. All right. Good morning. All right. It's currently 7:16 a.m. Today is still Monday, the 9th. I am on my way to work. Headed to the office. I am still in the bus. Where's my laptop? Yeah. But it feels good. You know, I had a really solid workout this morning. I am really focusing on locking in a big way this week because I am behind. As far as what my weight target is, I'm far behind. And so, throughout the rest of February, going into March, I really want to do what I said I was going to do as far as locking in. And that's what I'm intending on doing today. And so, like this morning was my workout. I got up, did 30 minutes fasted, ate breakfast, then I had a pull day, did another 30 minutes, and I have my lunch pack, so I'm gonna focus on that. I did drink my water this morning, and now once I get into the office, it's going to be focusing on maximizing my output today. I have quite a bit of deals I need to close. A lot of people said, several people said that they were going to be wrapping up stuff with me this week, and so that is the intention. To just bring closure to some of these things, lock in some of these deals, get some money in. I have a meeting with Tyler this morning, and the thing is that now he is supposed to be presenting his report to me, so we can see exactly where everything is, and we are way behind, and so I want to see what his solution is to get everything up with input from me, but ultimately, we need to get everything that we have outstanding. We need to get sorted out this week, essentially. All right, guys, I am in office. It is currently 7:43 a.m. And I'm super excited. I'm feeling good. I'm going to get some things kind of started. All right, morning, guys. How's everybody doing? Good? Awesome. All right, so at the Invest Fest, I had the opportunity to talk to the CEO of Red Lobster. And, I was there for his fireside chat. And his thing was, and it made me smile because here it is, you have the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar brand, right? Like, I remember Red Lobster growing up. That's really, so, you call it a legacy brand. But his whole thing was on excellence, right? And his personal story is that he was always one that strove for excellence. Growing up in a Nigerian household, moving to the States as an immigrant, his whole thing was that he needed to, the environment in which he grew up in required excellence at every. It don't matter what you're doing, but you have to be excellent at it. And excellence for him was really just approaching it from I want to be the best, not just the best that I can be, but the best, period. And that resonated with me a lot because, of course, excellence is our standard, but just to hear how he infuses that into his leadership style, really just drawing on, because Ethan can't be excellent for Tyler. Tyler can't be excellent for Chris, Lauren can be excellent for Tev. And if all of us are not operating as in excellence individually, then Lifestyles is not excellent. And to hear him kind of articulate that, I was like, wow, that's so profound, because, you know, I've always said that, you know, we're only going to be, I have said that, you know, each individual is responsible for becoming the best version of themselves, but I have never put that same context or put that same message in the context of Lifestyles being excellent. And so, like, hearing him say that made me realize that, okay, well, that was, I guess, for all intents and purposes, like the missing link, right? Like, the only way that Lifestyles could really have a standard of excellence is if Lauren is practicing excellence in her life. Like, if she is excellent, if Chris is excellent, if Tab is excellent, if Xander is excellent, if Tyler is excellent, if Kennedy is excellent, if Brian is excellent, if our extended team is excellent. And so, really, it's that individual commitment to excellence that causes the unit to be excellent, that now also lays the foundation for the culture of excellence. And really, that made me realize that, okay, well, maybe excellence isn't the standard. Maybe what we should be focused on is creating a culture of excellence. And so I'm still kind of talking about that, because I like, you know, what's the standard, but you know, that could be what we say, but in what we do, it's creating that culture of excellence. And so that when people walk in here, or when people interact with us, that is felt, you know? So maybe that's what the Lifestyles effect is, but it has to be that we all have an individual commitment to excellence, and not just showing up here, but how you show up in your own life. You know, the things that you do, the places that you go, the people that you interact with, the things that you pursue, how you conduct yourself. You know, are you really grounded in excellence? And that made me think, and, you know, it really made me self-reflect. But that's really what I want to leave you guys with. Like, you know, like, I want us to really build a culture of excellence, but it is going to require that each of you really take a look and say, okay, well, is excellence a standard in other areas of my life? And is this really core to who I am? Or is this just a sort of a mode I go in when I'm at work? You know, and that's honestly what I don't want, right? Like, I don't want it to be a mode, because I do believe that if you practice excellence in your life, then you yourself would have an excellent life. And that's what I hope for everybody, like for all my team members especially, that you have an excellent life. But that's only possible if you practice excellence in every area of your life. All right? So that's my word of the day, guys. All right, so some good news. I'm on my way home now. It's about 3:09 p.m. Had a pretty productive morning. Getting into the swing of things with regards to the production meetings, production/leadership meeting. And so I actually feel really good about that, in that, you know, it's exposing some inefficiencies with the team. And now I feel better. Because the inefficiencies are being exposed, it has an owner, which is Tyler. Now, he can either rise to the occasion and address those and lead effectively, or he cannot. But now he cannot say that he doesn't know, because if anybody knows what's going on, he is supposed to be the one to know what's going on. And so that's that. Another thing is that, you know, I had a meeting with Lauren and Tab about, you know, everything that's happening with regards to the everything that's happening with regards to the whatchamacallit, CAD. Very excited about CAD. I actually had a really solid exchange with the marketing and communications manager from TriBlock. Came in to shoot some videos about CAD, and she absolutely loves it. And so I'm thinking this may actually be a really good thing. And so now it's going to be really just getting the word out and just signing our first actual client. But this is so good because it gives me something to really push. And I have this thing, and, you know, it's good. Like, I love it so much. All right, guys. Day 2, walking. Oh, didn't set my alarm. Well, not my alarm. My watch to track the walk. I am happy to say that my phone is back on. It's really cool because I got it sorted out. I don't know who sorted it out. I reached out to the assistant manager for a live business, who just happens to also be a colleague from the chamber. So I know her pretty well. And I was like, hey, this is the case, can you help me? She said it wasn't sorted out yet. I actually got a message her to let her know that I got sorted out. But, you know, I said, let me check my phone. And I checked it a little while ago, and I got it sorted out, so I feel good about that. The reason that's good too is because I actually have a call in about 40 minutes, so I'll still be on my walk while this call is happening. So it's cool. It's cool. I am good. Like I said, I got this call with this client that I'm going to take a little later. But I am Gucci. I walk in, man. This is my cardio, you know. Getting some cardio in, you know. All right, good morning, guys. So it's Tuesday, February 10th. I just weighed in at 270.2, which is pretty dope because I am literally this close, like less than half a pound away from my target. Oh, excuse me. Less than half a pound away from my target of getting sub 270, and today is just Tuesday. So I would have lost like about 3.8 pounds in the last 2 days. It's great. All right. Morning, guys. Hope everybody is well. Today is still February 10th. And I'm on my way to work. I didn't really film my workout. Well, no, I lied. I did film my workout. But I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, so as you would have seen, I guess, Chris puts it in before then, well, before now. I got my phone sorted out, right? But the lesson there is shit is going to happen. Literally, my phone went off. And when I say my phone, I mean all of my company phones, so like 7, 8 phones that we have, all got disconnected, right? For non-payment, I'm being 100% transparent. And so I had, I was waiting on some funds to come in. They didn't come in on time. And so they turned the phone off on Friday and funds hit yesterday, so I paid it, right? But the thing is that I was so upset. And you guys saw it, like when phones were disconnected, I was at the conference and I was like, I'm just gonna leave. And I made the decision in the moment to go back, right? Because I was like, there isn't anything that I can do in this moment. I have this opportunity to be at the conference, let me go back. And the funniest thing happened, not ha funny, but this is how life works when you decide to continue moving forward despite the circumstance. Because on my way, literally when I made a decision and on my way back to the conference, I was walking in pretty much the same time as the CEO, the managing director of the Bahamas Financial Services Board, who we actually pitched on something before. We weren't successful, didn't win the deal, but we've maintained a cordial relationship. Every time I see her, I say hi. And so as I was walking in, I was like, hey, you know what? I really, I started pitching a CAD corporate, right? And she's like, yeah, we should get together, whatever, right? And so yesterday, because I sent in a message and I was like, hey, this is what it is. This is Friday. And I didn't hear anything. So yesterday I sent a message and I was like, hey, I really want to talk to you about this thing because I really think like this is going to benefit you and your organization. And literally last night at about 8 a.m., I saw it when I woke up this morning. She was like, all right, let's connect today, right? Now, the reality is that I really do feel like I'm going to pitch this thing and she's going to be like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. How do we get started? But that is an opportunity that would not have come had I not decided to go back, right? Had I decided to stay in and really, sulk and bitch and complain about, the fact that my phones are off. In that moment, I decided to go back. I saw her, and now, I have an opportunity to connect with her and share CAD today. And, like I said, I really do feel like this is going to really be revolutionary for really how companies communicate, tell stories, things like that. And so I am excited to share this. And the more that I share it, of course, the better I get at sharing, right? I can field questions. And honestly, that's how I work with new ideas and stuff too. Like I have the idea, but I have to field test it immediately. And so I come up with the logo, I come up with the concept, and then I see how it rolls off of the tongue, how it's communicated, how it's received by various people when it's communicated. And like yesterday, I had a really good exchange with Ashley. She was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, I totally want to get this. But I also think that, the two financial institutions that I reached out to, one of which I already secured a meeting with the assistant vice president. And I really feel like this is going to be the thing. And so my approach now is really just going directly, tapping into my personal network, and leveraging the relationships that I have built over time, leveraging those to really maximize this opportunity and explain it, right? So I am very, very, very excited. This morning I'm actually recording some video content for CAD Corporate and CAD Personal. But I'm excited to really see where this goes. You know, I can't wait to sign my first CAD deal. Like I said, I think for this, you know, it's definitely going to be a multi-year, 7-figure contract, right? So if we're looking at 3 to 5 million on over a 3-year period, that's really where we're going to be. And so, yeah, I'm excited. I think the next step is in preparation for my call to really phase this out. What would this look like over like integrated into an actual system? And you know, we just kind of run with it like that. So, yeah. Right. CAD. Right. CAD.
With dog.
Yeah, D as in dog. It's CAD
Okay.
Corporate. So, so CAD, I have everything. I just want to make sure my notes, so I don't misspeak. But really, what it is, it's a system and a framework for companies to really establish authority through clarity, credibility, and consistent execution, right? And so one of the things that we've been helping companies address is really, you know, how do we get them to position themselves strongly in pretty much any industry, right? But what it does is we actually really define what makes the company them. And so the C in so CAD is actually an acronym for core positioning, authority and trust, and then documentation. So like doing the thing, right? And so at the core positioning this is really what the company stands for and why it exists, right? And we find that especially when you're talking about legacy businesses, especially in the Bahamas, sometimes they kind of lose their way. And so this is where we find that a lot of companies are weakest, but this is really where, you know, authority really starts to build. And so when we're talking about, you know, their core positioning, we look at, you know, why does the company exist beyond profit? You know, what is the problem that they are actually uniquely positioned to solve? You know, who is this particular company or product for and who it's not for, right? What does the company believe about its industry, its customers, and really where they fall in the community and society at large? And so this is really us helping companies to really like find their internal truth, right? And this is really going to guide every decision, every message, and ultimately every piece of content. So this is why it's really designed, CAD Corporate is really more of a communications system as opposed to, you know, just marketing copy. That make sense?
Yes.
Right. And so the next thing is authority and trust, right? Like, so why should the market believe in you and believe you? And so with this particular pillar, you know, it focuses on the company's expertise, experience, and impact, and turns that into visible proof that builds trust with customers, partners, employees, and regulators. Right? So this is the pillar that we focus on really building trust and authority in the market. And all of these things are done through a series of exercises. But at the end of this, once we determine, okay, well, and really focus on the authority and trust element, of course, the output is increased trust and credibility, a stronger employer brand as well, reduce friction on, of course, sales, partnership, and recruitment, and then a clear differentiation between them and their competitors, especially in crowded markets. And then the D in CAD really stands for doing the thing. So this is like documenting, right?
Right.
What we've found is that even, in leading markets like the US, Canada, UK, companies have really turned to more, or they struggled with how do they humanize the brand. And so you would see a lot of content around like, kind of behind the scenes content, content talking about, culture and people within the organization, content talking about not just people utilizing the product or service, but how it's actually impacting their lives for better. And so this particular pillar focuses on really documenting that. And so it shows them executing consistently on what they say they can do. It's documenting real activity and not just like stage moments. And then it's turning operations, culture, and impact into intentional and strategic content, right? So this is kind of, we're showing you behind the curtain how we operate as a company, how we actually do what we say we are going to do. And this aspect really humanizes a lot of the corporate brands, right? And so what it looks like at a snapshot is the core positioning is where we define the company's truth. And so the outcome is alignment and clarity. The pillar of authority and trust is where we prove expertise and credibility. And so this increases market confidence. And then doing the thing is where we execute and document it consistently. And so this helps with sustained influence. And so some of the some of the industries or types of companies that this framework really works well for are like financial institutions, healthcare organizations, professional services firms, government and quasi-government bodies, large family-owned businesses, legal and compliance firms, and then purpose-driven organizations. So think NGOs, things like that. And pretty much any organization where trust actually matters, which is pretty much all organizations, right?
Right.
And then, we have what we use to actually implement it and how we go about it. But at its core, like this is really a corporate viability system that helps organizations clarify who they are, establish trust through proof, and build long-term authority by consistently doing and showing the work. All right, guys, so you just heard that I just wrapped up a call that was the reporter from Tribune Business, and just sharing everything that CAD is. I do have another call at 11:30, but I'm excited because she likes the initiative. She thinks it makes sense. But I'm excited to get this done. Like, I think this is going to be amazing. I think it's going to revolutionize how we do business. And I'm excited to keep it moving. In this video, we bring the CAD corporate framework all together as a complete system. CAD is not a collection of disconnected ideas. It's a structured approach that aligns what your organization believes, how it proves and demonstrates credibility, and how execution is consistently made visible. I'll tell you that. So, and both of those clients are retainer clients, right? In terms of what this, at the end of the day, it's still how do we apply it to make it make sense for you all, right? And then you say, okay, well, but the idea is that, you know, this isn't, like I said, so instead of coming to us and saying, okay, well, we want to do this particular project, the approach that I would say is, okay, well, especially since you have the appreciation now, what can we comfortably cover monthly towards increasing our visibility through documentary and demonstration, right? And then we would come in and say, okay, well, what does that look like? Does that look like a weekly shoot? Does that look like and we figure out something based on what your monthly tolerance is, right? All right, guys, so I just hopped off a call with my first official pitch with a prospective client for CAD Corporate. And this person, she's the CEO of a major institution in financial services. She is somebody that we actually pitched on a service before. We did do a proposal for her before. We didn't get it. And we spent the last 45 minutes introducing her to CAD, and then her asking us questions. And I can tell you all no lie, she literally gave us game, and I think it's one of those moments where she made a suggestion for us to change out one of the meanings of the letter in exchange for something else. And it's one of those where she was like, I get it. And so she told us that we should change the D from documentation to demonstration. And I was like, whops, we got it. You ain't got to tell me that twice. So literally, I'm about to, well, first of all, Lauren completed the slide presentation, so I asked her to change that. I also asked Tab to change all of the communication to demonstration instead of documentation going forward. And now I'm back in the studio because I am about to change or re-record all of the scripts that I did. Literally re-record all of them. I was able to catch the reporter from the Tribune and ask her if she could change the D in CAD from documentation to demonstration, and so she said she'd do that for me. But yeah, this is real time. This is live. This ain't no like we doing this in real time, y'all. All right. So gonna hurry up, knock out these videos before my next call. All right, guys. As you can see, I'm home. It is 4:40 something. So this is actually late for me. I don't come home this late, but I had a late call, and then I actually stopped. Kevin's always have the best food. On my way home, I stopped by Alive, same place I was at yesterday. And the reason I stopped by Alive is because even though my phones got turned on, I decided that I did not want to keep my personal phone, well, my phone, in the company account so I could avoid the same thing happening again that happened yesterday, in that my phone got disconnected with everybody else's phone, right? Like, I just decided to take it out. So I asked my rep, I said, hey, rep, can you take it out? So she said, yeah, sure, no problem. And then I had Alex's phone, which was his personal, well, my personal number. I had his phone added. Fine, no problem. But now my phone is prepaid, which I haven't had a prepaid number in I can't tell you how long. So much so that I didn't even know how to top it up. So I actually went to the store to try and ask them if they could, well, not to try and ask them, but to ask them if they could put it back postpaid. But postpaid personal, not postpaid corporate. And anyway, long story short, that ain't something that I could do now because I needed to wait and I was hungry, but like really that's really what it is. I was just starving. And so I said I would go back and do it later. But I asked them to do me a top up. I asked them to top me up for a week. But I didn't even say a week because I was just like, she's like, how much you want? I was like, I just need something to get through the night. Because I plan on going back tomorrow. So she said, well, Lord, that's not like the week plan. It was $8. So I was like, bet. And now that's where we're at. Bro. I ain't gonna even tell y'all no lie. I really don't feel inspired to be walking these streets tonight. But I promised myself that I would. And if you can't keep a promise to yourself, then who can you keep a promise to? All right, guys, I made it. Did not die. Made it home. 1 hour and 37 minutes. Good stuff. All right, team. It's currently 9:07 p.m. My watch is actually in sleep mode. But I still have to get in my workout. Workout being my lift. Even though I just walked for like I walked for about an hour and a half. So now I'm gonna do some movements, get it done. All right? All right, guys, morning. Today is February 11th. It's Wednesday. Current time. Current time is 4:57. Now, we got a full day today. As I always have a full day. So today, going to continue to push CAD. I was able to do some frameworks based on, frameworks. I was able to make some adjustments based on the conversation that I had with Nakia Horton. She's the CEO of Bahamas Financial Services Board. The fact that one, she is in such a awesome position. Two, she has a pulse on everything in financial services. The financial services industry is a target industry for lifestyles even before CAD. And she's an accountant, which means that she's super analytical. The fact that she, with some few questions, made she saw CAD and it was like, okay, yeah, this makes sense. Makes me super excited. So I took some of the feedback, made adjustments automatically. Like one thing, she was like, all right, documentation. In her world, she was thinking like SOPs, paperwork. When I explained what documentation was, she's like, oh, you should change that to documentary or demonstration, demonstrating. And so I decided to change it to demonstrating because it fits still very well with documentation, but that's really what it is. And I love it. So made those adjustments. Anyway, got a couple of calls set up. Tab has been sending out communications to various professional organizations and different stuff. So I'm excited about that. The next thing is that we have. So you have those works. I did a frequently asked question sheet based on that. And like I said, make some adjustments to, I should be doing my cocktail. Made some adjustments to it based on that.
On my phone.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey,
You heard me?
heard you what?
Just now.
No, I had something on my phone.
I say, who's this handsome businessman on the phone?
Yeah, changing it up, going all the way corporate.
Boy, to what teach? That's where you belong. And I used to tell you that from, boy, it's amazing how you can speak out who your children are going to be,
Yeah.
It's amazing. I always saw you as that. When you left the bank, I was a little disappointed because I figured, hey, but then I stay no. And look at you. This is who you are.
Yeah. Yo, Dev, I tell you, this is gonna be, but you see how every conversation now is bringing Cat into it, right? And so what just happened is y'all caught the tail end of a conversation. TribeLock is a current collaborator because we're using TribeLock system. And so we're going to get ready to shoot some content for them. It's a super cool campaign. I actually like it because we wouldn't have shot anything like that before. Yeah. And so it is still corporate, but it's super creative. And so I'm excited about building that out. And then the next thing is that now we're going to use this project to get them into the CAD system so that we can really see how CAD works, which is why I don't mind discounting it, because really that could be like a 80% discount. Easy, yeah. So like we're going to discount it heavily, but what it does is it gives us an opportunity to maintain goodwill with the client, well, essentially our partner, and then two, it gives us a live case study to now take CAD to the next level. And this is happening like in real time. So now we're able to really put CAD in the ecosystem. We'll put TribeLock in the ecosystem of CAD and see how it works in real time. And I'm super excited about that. Good job. All right.
I'm mad because I could already see a model. It's like suit of makeup.
Yeah, no, right. And it's funny because we just got to see. I was saying we could use the either the well, we could use the site wall with the RGB lights, or we could do the actual paper backdrops, depending on what colors we have. Yep. But my only thing is, and well, we should be able to flood the site wall. The only thing is that depending on the color that we use,
it could be like washed out.
It can be washed out where he is. But definitely, if we put, I mean, that's for technical to figure out. We'll figure out. But I love the idea. I think it's gonna be dope. I think it's gonna be so dope. This could be so cool. All right, gotta get another invoice so they can pay that. Yay! All right, so if you all don't know, this is what a real power couple is doing.
What do we do?
Using
Why you
the
ain't change it?
Because I was told that we have to be in place for between 1 and 120.
How is that the case? And we were booked from 1 to 1:45.
Well, I only tell you what the people tell me. Well, they ain't gonna be here for 1 because they just going to go get food. Anyway, so our newly formed social committee for the first official social event, did a wellness session, booked Bowflex Bobby Fitness. Right?
Yeah.
So what we doing today?
Well, Danielle is instructing her first session. today.
Danielle instructing?
Yeah.
What?
So I am just supporting today.
So
I'm
you
waiting for
support.
Danielle to give me some instructions. She ain't give me no instructions yet.
So this, she ain't give you no instructions yet?
No.
Oh, so just twiddle your thumbs then.
Okay.
All right, guys. So it is now 1:46. We're about to get this session started. This is the first official activity for the social committee. And so we have a step class with Bowflex Bobby Fitness. So we've been invited to Leno Realty Limited. They're opening, yes, I think they got the Century 21 franchise. And so we were invited to that. And being part of it, I really think that we're invited because, you know, we can do content. I had an awesome time, awesome workout with Team Bowflex Bobby Fitness. They facilitated our first official event for the social committee at Lifestyles Digital Media Group, which was a wellness brunch. I'm really proud of Lauren. You know, she pretty much put the whole thing together on her team. But it was good. It was good to see. It looked like the team actually enjoyed it. Of course, Team Bowflex Bobby showed up, got it done. And it was good. I think it was, he said that was Danielle's first time teaching out more blood. Teaching staff, so I think she did good. You know, I mean, she seemed to know what she was doing. It was a little choppy at some parts, but she got through it. And I think it was a good break-in for her as well to do it with people that she actually knows. I mean, mind you now, don't get me wrong, she ain't no Bowflex Bobby. But I think she would be fair representation of the brand. I think the biggest challenge with her was something that actually had nothing to do with the actual teaching of the class, just organizing in advance and remembering stuff. But it was good. Had a very packed day of meetings. I'm really appreciative of Tev. Tev was just literally taking CAD Corporate and running with it. The response from the market is positive. You know, just looking at the emails coming in, I feel really good about those.
All right, guys. About that.
So we are here at Leno, doing a little bit of schmoozing, but let me show you all this. First of all, I ain't going over there, but check out that view.
While we're waiting for those to come onto the terrace, isn't it a beautiful view that we're seeing here tonight?
Yes.
Has anyone ever seen such a gorgeous sunset?
No, never seen such a gorgeous sight.
Don't miss those photo opportunities.
All right, guys, we are on our way home. We move my finger. There's my wife. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm proud of myself. I started weaning, but weaning, like I was weaning then. Weaning.
You know what weaning is?
What?
When you're coming off of something.
Yeah, I was coming off of my willpower not to eat stuff there.
Okay. You started fiending for coconut.
No, I started fading. My willpower was fading.
You know, like I said, when babies are being weaned off of breastfeeding. Who were you being weaned off of? You started
My
weaning.
will.
Your willpower was weaning.
Anyway, I ain't eat no coconut tie, and I ain't had
But
no alcohol.
You were
And
caving.
I am proud of myself because I didn't do it. And now, one part of the battle is done, which is not to eat anything else. The next part of the battle is going in and getting my full workout in this afternoon because I didn't get it in. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to head home, change my clothes, get in the gym, and do my workout. All right, guys, good morning. Today is February 12th. What today is? Hold on. Today is the 12th of February. It is currently 6 a.m. and I haven't even worked out yet. I haven't done cardio yet. I am late. I woke up late. I slept in. I got out of bed like at 5:20. You know, sometimes these things happen. I did weigh in this morning. My weight did spike, which I kind of knew that was going to happen. I had 4 cookies from our wellness brunch. And I had some delicious wraps. And, you know, my workout got thrown off a bit. Am I concerned? No, because I kind of anticipated it. I am very proud of myself because I did not drink any alcohol, which was surprisingly a lot easier than in previous times at the event. I did have 2 tonic waters. And even though I did cardio, like I didn't actually lift in my PM workout, I was just tired. We got home late. I struggled through cardio and I was hungry, like starving. So like at about 10:30, I had some chicken and rice. And so, you know, I still feel kind of tired now, but I'm okay because I am going to get my workout in. I am going to start my day a little later than normal. So instead of getting into the office, you know, 7:38, obviously it'll be a little later. However, I'm okay. All right, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. Today is still the 12th. It is currently 9:18 a.m. and I am just leaving home to start my out-of-home day. A couple of updates. I am headed to a live this morning. I'm going to see if I can actually finally get my phone sorted out. It's almost there in terms of I moved it back to private and took my personal phone off of the company account because I want to have that independence, and it is my everything phone. I'm not like one of those guys who have a bunch of phones. So if I meet you in work, if I meet you personal, like my mommy, my daughter have my number, and people that I just meet for business have a number. It's the same number. And so I want to keep that personal. And I took it out of the company account that has all of my team members. So all 9 of my core team members have phones, company issued phones. And so this now is, I'm taking that. So, all right, sorry. So all of my core team members, so 9 core team members have company issued phones and laptops. And so I recently consolidated them under one corporate account, and just to make it easier to keep track, pay bills, stuff like that. And so now what I'm doing is I'm taking my cell phone out, because I have my cell phone included in that as well. I'm taking my personal cell phone out of that to make sure that it doesn't get caught up in whatever foolishness is going on. So I am back here because when they took it out of that, they said that they couldn't put it in postpaid and that I'd have to come into the store to put it in postpaid. And since I'm late at the office in any event, and I'll have to stay there late today because the Kelly and I are switching cars and stuff, I decided that I will deal with this morning, and as long as it takes. So hopefully it doesn't take too long, but I am back here at Alive, and morning, and I'm gonna try to get this thing sorted out. All right, guys, as you can see, that was a bust. And obviously they need to figure some stuff out, but I don't know what's happening. So what I'm gonna do is, I think what happened is that when they applied that discount, whatever that discount was that I got, maybe it didn't take in the system or something like that. But you can see, because I'm sure that's the missing link. And I'll be honest, like, this is very interesting because what I'm hearing is more from an internal aspect as far as HR professionals within the organization, and kind of, okay, well, how do we, for lack of a better term, elevate the brand profile of HR?
Correct. Yeah.
Within the organizations, which is very exciting for me because it gives us an opportunity to do internal work, right? I would be interested in hearing, because, you know, and this is why it's so important to speak to two professionals in the industry, because I'll be honest, coming into this call, I was kind of anticipating or expecting to hear things like, you know, talent, you know, like recruitment, like attracting top people, and you know, our employer brand, how the brand is being perceived in the space. But this is very interesting because when we talk about CAD and the CAD corporate framework, one of the main things that CAD is actually an acronym for core positioning, for authority, interest, and demonstrating, right? And so, you know, from an HR perspective, when we talk about core positioning, you know, we want to be able to identify exactly what it is that we stand for as a company, right? And so when the company isn't clear on exactly what it is that they kind of stand for, then that's where we find things start to, for lack of a better term, fall apart, right? But when we have a situation where, why does the company exist beyond just making money, right? You know, what is the company's, what problem is the company uniquely positioned to solve, and who and what is it for, right? And so when we look at the core positioning component of, when we look at the core positioning component of CAD, then now, when we talk about transitioning that into an application for HR professionals, that is, you know, HR really should be owning who we are as an employer, who thrives here and who doesn't, and what success actually looks like within the organization, right? Now, with this is from HR looking at it from an organizational standpoint. But if we were to employ or provide your HR members or members of B-Sherms with the tools that they can use to elevate their own department, within the organization. I think that there's a very great use case for CAD on that, right? Because then you're still talking about the same components, right? You're talking about core positioning. Really, what is the purpose of HR in an organization, right? Why are we here? Who are we serving? What problem is HR really serving, right? I mean, solving. And when you talk about human resources, or as you refer to it, HC, human capital, it's like the people make the business. And so if you aren't handling the people who handling the people, then you ain't handling the business.
Problem.
Right.
No, exactly.
Right. All right, guys. We are back on the streets. I'm about 12 minutes in, just passing Starbucks coffee. I was actually talking to DeKel, so I didn't come on earlier. But getting this good walk in. I don't know if I'm going to do a 60-minute or 90-minute yet. I'm going to see how I feel when I get down closer to the strip. I think I may do a 90-minute. Simple fact that I already did 30 minutes. And I did my lift. So now, because I ate rice and some cookies or something today, I'm just tightening it up. As much working as I can get.
I'm gonna take this thing down.
Take it down, man.
It's really like old people.
It is old people. But it's literally been there for 3 years.
I know, and I don't like it.
So take it down.
How am I gonna take it down? You want me to take it down? You ain't gotta like unscrew. You're gonna mess up the thing.
You want me to take it down or
You
what?
want to take it down?
I can take it down. Yeah, of course I know how to take it down. All you gotta do is take it down. You asked me if I know how to take down a balance. I done put up all kind of mirror and blinds and things. Then change all kind of lock.
Why are you ready to get this?
All right, good morning, guys. Today is February 13th, Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. Growing up, that used to be like a ooh. Now it's just like a yeah, so I got a really stacked day. Have our team meeting today. Then I also have a viewing at 10 with a viewing. I got a walkthrough. We're going to check out this unit that Enrique has. We're going to shoot some content because they redid some stuff in that unit. So I shoot that for Bahamas Island Luxury, vlog style, of course. And then we have the walkthrough at Ocean Club Four Seasons. We're shooting there next weekend. I'm excited about that because this is a shoot that we've been trying to lock in for the last couple of months, really. So the fact that we were able to lock this in, I'm really excited about that. All right, guys, so this is a real life demonstration of sheer will because it's currently 7:17. I haven't started my workout yet. I have a full day. And in my head now, not that I was farting around all morning, but I wasn't prioritizing my workout. I got my cardio in, I had breakfast, and then I kind of for lack of a better term, got distracted with some other stuff. One can argue that these other stuff are important, but the thing is that I didn't get my workout in. And so now I'm like, okay, well, I should just skip my lift because I would, quote unquote, be justified. And then I can hurry up get into the office, right? And one can say that that's bullshit because it's a way for me to self-sabotage, because then I can say, oh, I was so busy, that's why I didn't hit target. And so I am going to get my workout in now. I have to do a circuit, squats, push-ups, lat pull-downs, deadlifts, kettlebells. So I got 5 rounds of that. Guess what? I'm gonna fucking do it. Okay, I got it. Peace. All right, guys, we are on the road, headed to the office, and it's interesting because today is Friday the 13th, and so we got a full day today. It is currently 8:18 a.m. And I am happy because I was able to actually complete my workout. Because I committed. So I got it done. Even though I am behind, I'm actually still going to make it to work on time. But outside of that, it's like, you tell yourself these things in your mind to justify inaction, right? To justify not doing the things that you already deemed necessary to get you to where it is that you want to be. And then like in my case this morning, I was kind of fought and ran, but not really. But I was like, time is running up. I got a lot of stuff to do today, so. But, I was just like, fuck it. I made the decision to get it done. And it wasn't pretty. It wasn't glamorous. It wasn't the best. But the most important thing is that it is done. And I feel better. I feel better in that I got it done. And I'm headed to the office now. I made some changes based on how things are going to flow and who I'm flowing with. And so I'll be riding with Tev and Lauren today, as opposed to Tyler and somebody else, simply because I need Tyler to be able to focus on post-production. I can't pull him out for essentially half the day on something that honestly it would be a nice to have, not a need to have. I need to see the space. I'm taking creative lead on this 4-season shoot. So, it's just now making sure that I communicate that to him properly. So yeah, I'm pulling point on that. With that being said, I also am excited because, we have quite a bit of content to roll out. And I had already sent a message to Tev to be like, hey, I need us to shoot tomorrow. Are you available? And then I had to message her back and be like, oh, no, I forgot, because it is Valentine's Day. Now, DeKel and I already decided we're going out to the gala tonight, so we're going to have a good time tonight. But we decided that we weren't really going to do any Valentine's dinner and stuff. I do have her present for Valentine's Day. I got her 2 gifts. One that I think she'll just really like because it's kind of cool. The other, I feel that I know that it's something that she wanted. So, of course, both are practical gifts. And so I already have them. I have to wrap them today or tomorrow or some point. I have to get them wrapped, and then while I'm out today, I already told Tab to make sure that I get her like a balloon and maybe some chocolate or something to go with the gifts and a card. I have to get her a card. A couple of things. So today we can do it can be a vlog style walkthrough with Enrique. It isn't going to be as quote unquote thing as we did the last time. But just so we could get some content for EQ and for BIL. But the other thing is with regards to Ocean Club. Four Seasons is a big deal. Like we've been trying to lock this in for a while, but since Corcoran also signed an exclusive agreement with them, I think they were a lot more receptive.
Yeah, I saw that. I was wondering if that was the case.
Right, and so because now we have, they're like, all right, well, I'm a Corcoran agent, so it makes sense. But I want us to really blow them out the water. Like they would have done some stuff with Jiggy them and the guys from the agency. So.
Wait, but we meet with Corey McBride?
Yeah, we meet with Corey. So Corey is going to walk through. What I also want to do is to see if we can head over by Dawn and see if we can lock in. Right. So get the name of the people who Kennedy was dealing with. Like who's the name of the chef or whatever. So while we over there, we could just say, all right, well, this is what it is, and kind of pitch them on that. All right, guys. So you see, I'm here. We got Tab, we got Lauren, and of course me. This for the vlog. So you see what shade I wearing today. This is the real estate aspect now. And so we go on to walk over to check out Enrique now. Because everything is content, Enrique, what's going on, bro? Everything copacetic, man. See Tab running, she gotta make sure we get the shot.
Oh, he's used to this, so there you go. Let's go.
All right, so we're here now. Check out Enrique. What's going on, bro?
Right up, what's up?
Everything set? Good, I'm excited to see the updates y'all made. Oh, let's get them mic'd.
Yeah, so we don't have it furnished yet.
No, it's unfinished, that's fine.
Do I have the mic or you have it? Okay, I think you have it. I got it. Hold the camera.
So this is the part that people don't see. When you're building a multi-million-dollar real estate brand, selling multi-million-dollar real estate, this is the weight that people don't see, Enrique.
Yeah, gotta put in work, buddy.
You gotta put in that weight.
You know exactly what?
Yeah, we know. Thank you. All right, so guys, we are here at the Ocean Club. Beautiful place here. And we're going to meet Corey and team. Look at this, guys. I tell you, you can't beat this as far as beauty goes, you know? But yeah, we here. We're going to chat with Corey. We know you're a little bit early.
Guys, it's my show now. We're at 4 Seasons. You know, the star of the show. This is my sidekick, Ethan.
Hey, hi.
What are we doing today?
So today we're actually going to do a walkthrough of one of the luxury villas they have here at Ocean Club, and it's for the BIL episode, the Bahamas Island Luxury episode that we're shooting with Corey and his team.
Why is, us doing the walkthrough and meeting with the 4 Seasons executives and everything such a big deal?
Well, it's a big deal for several different reasons. One, and I'll start with the media side, right? So Bahamas Island Luxury really is the platform that Lifestyles is building for all things luxury in the Bahamas, right? And so when you get an opportunity to collaborate with a world-class brand, famous for luxury, like the 4 Seasons, that's already a big deal. The next thing is that now on the real estate side, Corcoran St. Christie just signed an exclusive deal with the Four Seasons
theme.
residences, and so now it's like, okay, well, we have an exclusive for 6 months, so this actually falls in line. And so me, in my capacity as founder and CEO of Lifestyles, is like we're shooting all the video. As the host of Bahamas Island Luxury, we get a premium experience. And then now, from the real estate standpoint, we have amazing content that we can share with our network. And, you know, Corey's a really cool guy. But like I said, you know, these units go for like 20 to about 35,000 a night. And the fact that we get to go inside, like most people ain't gonna be able to go inside.
Yeah.
So because y'all are on the vlog, and because y'all are on the vlog, y'all get to actually see this kind of space. And I think that's really what is so cool about it.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what these guys have. All right, guys, we are here at Partyland, and we are going to see, well, I am going to see if I can get something. So you know, so you know what I'm gonna have to do though? I'm gonna have to drop y'all back to the office and then go get, because to get one her car back.
Yeah.
All right, got it done. So now, just kidding, thank you. Now we can just go hide the presents. Oh, I can stop home. I really don't feel like driving all the way to the studio and then driving back. I can stick everything in the bag. She ain't gotta come outside. You hold the stuff, and then we just go in the bus.
Oh, the bus by you.
Yeah, the bus by me. All right, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. It is currently 3:11. I just stopped by the pharmacy to pick up some painkillers for Tikel. We do have the Diamond Gala night at Atlantis. Should be a good time. She did confirm that she, being Tikel, did confirm that she will be able to help me out shoot some content tomorrow. That's going to be huge because the plan is that I want to have this stuff in circulation next week. Lauren has already finalized the scripts and given me 24 issues of CAD addresses. And so I am excited. All right, guys, I am about to get my workout in. Challenge is that for some reason our air conditioning in the main room, the living room, which is essentially where I train, is not working. I don't train in the living room, but the gym is on the same system. So it's going to be hot. But maybe that's a good thing, I don't know. I'm gonna go train right now though. All right, guys, I am about ready to head out. I still technically have to train once I get back, but I did get my lift in, I did get my workout in, and my first round of cardio in. Living beautiful.
So do you.
All right, guys, so we made it to the venue. So we're walking through right now. So yeah. Oh yeah, they got a menu.
It's not a pickup. Yeah, it's not a pickup.
All right, guys. Today is still February 13th, Friday the 13th. It is currently 11:55 p.m. I just finished my cardio session, 30 minutes, as I promised myself. And honestly, at this point, one can argue how effective it was. It wasn't the prettiest, it wasn't the highest intensity, but what it was done. And I think this was more about keeping a promise to myself. I told myself that I was going to get this workout in and complete it after I came home. There was some talk about going to Aura, which is this nightclub, and a couple of the other people that were there that we know, like, oh yeah, we can do an early Aura. And honestly, the Cal was kind of like encouraging those talks. And when they laugh, I was like, listen, I don't really want to go to Aura. I don't. For different reasons. One, I think it would have increased my chances of drinking and or partaking in things that wasn't there. And then if I didn't drink, I didn't really want to be there anyway. So it would have thrown me off. So I'm just happy that she was like, yeah, we don't have to go. We came home. I did my workout. And now I'm going to shower, go to sleep until I wake up, and then fucking hit the street again. I got a full day tomorrow. It is Valentine's Day, but, we got stuff we got to do. So, yeah.
Okay, got a card. To my sexy wife, it's Valentine's Day, and I wanted to tell you I love you and I have your back, and your front, and your butt, and your lips, and your legs on my mind. Happy Valentine's Day. I love you, baby. You really are the best. Looking forward to many more years celebrating our love. I think my husband is giving me a hint. This is so cute. Okay. We got a pink case for the Aussie. All the little pieces. Oh, the Hollyland. Oh, thank you. I got my new mics. Thank you. And a glass that says I love you more than wine.
Hey team, hope everybody's doing well. As you know, well, maybe you don't, but I am in office, and today is Valentine's Day, and I am working because I got shit to do. Now, the awesome thing is that my wife is coming to help me shoot some content. I was actually here for maybe the last 40 minutes, but I have been working on an SOP. And that's one of the things that I have just committed to doing. Every time I see a challenge, an issue come up, I make a note and then I create an SOP so that we can avoid that happening again. And so the issue that came up in this instance twice. One, we had a client that we are working with to try and lock down a shoot. And for whatever reason, our team was left with I was told that we were waiting on them. We hadn't heard anything back from them. And so we went to the client directly yesterday and was like, hey, we're waiting on you. they quickly embarrassed us by saying, no, the last communication was to you guys, and we were waiting on you to confirm certain things with us. And that, of course, is very embarrassing for several reasons. One, this is a world-class brand that we're electing to do work with. And then two, it just makes us look stupid, right, and incompetent. And that really frustrated me. So that was one. Next thing is that I had a client reach out to me directly and ask for confirmation on the team being at a shoot for an event that they're having tomorrow. I forwarded it to Tyler, who's my production technical lead, and he was like, he didn't even know that we had this shoot. I did check the production tracker, and no, there isn't anything on there. And so, it's obviously a lack of communication. The production coordinator, Candy, is responsible for ensuring that these things are done, but it's like there's no recourse, right? Like there's no follow-up, there's no thing. And if Tyler is the top in production, if he's the lead, then why doesn't he know what's going on? Why isn't he following up? I need him to handle that. And so I've created an SOP that but that actually now outlines exactly what the procedure is to hand over stuff. So everything has to go through Tyler. So now he cannot say that he does not know because everything is going through and to him, all right? So yeah, I'm just gonna send that to the team, to my leadership team now, which is essentially Tyler and Tev. Tev is my EA, but Tev knows she has to be aware of everything that's happening, and she does operate as an extension of me, and so therefore she knows what the deal is. All right, guys, so I am in the studio getting ready to shoot some very important content for CAD. And guess what? It is Valentine's Day. It's currently just a little bit before 12. I'm just getting started. I was actually here for, as you know, a couple hours, but I'm getting ready to start. So this is pretty much the setup. Teleprompter is there, and I'm about to start this process. Dekel is going to come and help me out, mainly because I didn't want to bring any of the team in today because it's Valentine's Day, so I'm actually shooting quite a bit of content. All right, guys, so we just finished up recording all kind of content for CAD. We actually did 3 sets. So we did my talking head over there by the psych wall. That was scripted content. And then we did 2 looks for the podcast. Is there any place you would want to visit just based on their cuisine?
I think for me, going to like Asia would be like Asia. But I would be most interested in.
When you say Asia, what do you mean? Like China, Japan?
Japan.
You know, India is Asia.